All right, hello everyone. So let's do Tuesday, right? This is day 2. Remember, I'm doing the Bitcoin, and we're going to do exactly what I said we would do, which is just trade on the trading days that are good, okay, and the trading day and the hours, and that's it. Now, in the members area, as you know, these were posted like ages ago. Okay, this is for today, right? Let me just double check. Yes, this is for the 16th of June. All right, so Tuesday, this is what I put for the hours. On top of that, now let's go back to the CycleEdge software and see where we're at with that. Okay, because remember, we already published all of that. One more thing. It's a good thing I opened this up. All right, look, I've just added a personal trading framework in the members area to make your life easier. If you go to, let's do that first. Let's go to courses. Wait, we need to be here. We need to be here, and you need to go to start here. Whoops. In the start here part of the time portal, yesterday I added the download the 5-step checklist, all right, which you guys are already aware of, which is this one, right? This is the 5-step protocol. Technical analysis, read the calendar, build the plan, trade the plan, log it. That's it. Today I added in there a personal trading framework. Now it's HTML in a zip folder. You need to download it. Even if you're offline, on the internet, off the internet, it doesn't matter. It will plan it out for you. Okay. I've done this according to an FTMO limit, right? Why? Because the prop firms have really strict risk criteria, right? So I don't mind using that. So I did it according to the FTMO limits, and here I've got whatever I want to trade. Okay, so I've got euro, dollar, gold, and Bitcoin. So I'm going to be working off this. You can use it if you want. Okay, obviously this is just for euro, dollar, gold, and Bitcoin, but it's an HTML file, which means you can just take it and slap it on a AI like ChatGPT or Gemini, and you can just use this as a base to build your own one. Okay, so it's not a problem. Now then, let's get back to CycleEdge. Now we're gonna do Bitcoin. I have been working on CycleEdge. Okay, obviously I'm doing a few things to improve it, but overall we're all good. All right, we're all good. Let me just make this a little wider. I'm going to do the same report. Let's do a report from Sunday to Saturday. I'm going to include the intraday swing trade hours. I'm going to include that. I'm going to generate the report. Okay, the report is going to come up. So you guys have already seen this, all right? And we took a look at what happened on Monday. All right, so that was Monday. All right, you guys know about Monday. Now, as you know, if you watched yesterday's video, I added a extra column in there after a recommendation from one of the guys. Okay, so I've got the vector days and I've got a phase bias. Okay, so that's Monday, Tuesday, trade hours. Let's take a look at the Tuesday trade hours. Let's also take a look at the trade hours here. All right, for Tuesday. So take a screenshot of that. That's your Tuesday hours. Let's see. So Tuesday, remember from last week, we're going up. This week, with the trading days on the weekly. All right, let me do this. I've done also some heads up on this one. This is really nice one. Also, after another recommendation, because there are so many cycles, right? You understand why it's difficult to get these right, because there are so many cycles playing within each other. So instead of taking everything, you just press grade A only, and that will bring us into this week. Now, this week we're on from the 15th onwards, right? So Monday is the 15th, or the 14th onwards, from Sunday to Saturday, which is the 20th, right? So what we want to do is check out anything in between there, and luckily the software for us highlights stuff. So as you can see, we've got 16, 17 here. All right, so these days are going to be interesting for us. I've got a Tuesday here, 16. That's July, so we don't have that one. 17, 16, and that's it. 15 we already did. All right, and that was also a primary cycle, so that market already went up, and I did say it could have a volatile opening, so that already worked. So what we're looking at this week is the 16th and the 17th. All right, and we'll see how things pan out from there. So this is the 16th today exactly. So as you can see, the market shorted. Let's take a look at the hours. Tuesday hours, 8, 10 past 8, 12, 15. Let's put them up. Oh, I have already put them up. Okay, this is Tuesday. Okay, these are the Tuesday hours because I did the morning video. All right, let's just reset that, get rid of that. Here we are. All right. Now, as you can see, Tuesday, see how the market comes down. Okay, I did say the market can go up and then we could sell off. Now, look, this is good. If you get a place, if you have a place where you want to sell, you want to short that, right? And you get it wrong, okay? And sometimes you will get it wrong. If you have timing on your side, if your bias is to go short, right? Why? Because we're at the top of the channel. And here we do want to sell. We either want to sell here or slightly higher at 37.5, because for us at Global Trader Club, 37.5, doesn't matter what time frame you're in, that's a good spot. If it matches your day, hour, you nail it. All right, so here we are on the 15-minute chart. That's your 30, that's not your 37.5, that's your trade hour. So I got that wrong, but that's fine because I didn't enter the trade. All right, now today I was at the dentist. It's not a trading day, so I'm not going to trade if it's not a trading day, but you can. It doesn't mean you don't have to trade. You do your technical analysis and you match your hours, just like we matched them yesterday. All right, this is today, that's last night, this is yesterday morning. Remember, watch yesterday's video if you haven't. Tuesday, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, where is 6 o'clock? Is it on the other one? Let's take a look. Today is the 16th. Today is the 16th. No, so today I've got 6 o'clock in the evening, 8:30, and closing. So let's check it out. So that's 6 o'clock Tuesday. I've put already here. All right, 6 o'clock is there, and you can see that's the place where the market bought before. So if you entered there at 6 o'clock, good on you. What did the market say? 6 o'clock. Cycle vector peak, primary cycle vector, external, that's fine. Local time 6 o'clock, it's routine. Okay, and we have to understand that the market is a bit suppressed. Okay, it's giving me a sign that it's a little suppressed. On Monday that was the case as well, and on Monday you can see the market, well, the market shot up but then came down exactly to the middle. Okay, you see that whole stretch came back here. So this is another place where the market can buy, but you got to make sure this is an intraday trade. Okay, why? Because it's not a trading day. Monday was okay. Why? Because Monday had a cycle day. All right, so, and it was a primary cycle and it was a starting cycle as well. All right, and that's going to end up on the 24th of June, right? But in the interim, we've got 16 and 17. That's going to be important for us. All right, 16 and 17. So that's going to be a peak out. So if we end up 16, 17 up here somewhere, you can expect a retracement. Okay, so from the highs. Obviously, you have to match time and price. You're not just trading on time. What else do I have? Let's take a look at the hours again. All right. So I had 8, 10 past 8, 12:15 to 12:30 Tuesday. 12:15 to 12:30, that must be 12:15 to 12:30 from my video. That is it. And then market changes direction at that hour. If you watch today's video, I said change might come around there, and change, the decision to change did. All right, and now we're here. That's a trading hour. That's nice. What else have I got? I've got 9:30 to closing if there is clear direction. 1:15 and 2 o'clock. 1:15 is, this is 1:15 to 2 o'clock time period. So it's that zone. So this is, so here you can't really do much. Why? Because it's in the middle of nowhere. That's a low, that's a low, that's a high, and you're in the middle of nowhere. All right, so there's nothing to do here. Why could you sell here? Because they sold here before. All right, if you are at a place where they sold before, match your hours, sell it off, tight stop loss. Okay, if you're at a place where they bought before, look, they bought before here, going up, going up. So trade hour, going up. All right, and that's how it is. All right, that needs to be a tight stop loss, and your stop loss needs to be just there. Okay, and that's basically it on the hours. And then I've got 9:30 to closing. Let's put it in as well. Let's not be lazy. 9:30. I'll just do it one shy of closing, so we'll see that's the new day. All right, and that's your Wednesday. Okay, so you can see timing already is giving us an edge. I wonder why I didn't have anything here. What's that? 5:45 in the morning. No. Nope. 4 o'clock. Nah. Tuesday the 16th. Nah. The earliest I had was 8 o'clock, I reckon. That was at 8 to 10 past 8, which is there. All right, so that was right. That's your 8 o'clock right there. Whoops. All right, so nice and easy. Okay, market heading up to the upside. All the same from here. Look, same from here all the way from there. And all right, so there you go. That's your 8 to 10 past 8. It's only a 10-minute period. All right, in that 10-minute period, it's not a big deal. It's not a 1:15-minute bar. It's 2 5-minute bars. And now I've got 12:15 to 12:30, like I said, right there. Okay, and then the change direction, decision to change here, all the way into there, and you can see we're already shifting heads up there. So if you followed it through, you should be fine. All right, just trade at the right time at the right price. When I'm trading, I want to start at a place where there's a trading day, a good day at a good price. Okay, why? Because if your account is just new, you want to be really picky on the first like half a dozen trades, so you can have a buffer zone probability. All right, so if you get high probability trades, you can build a buffer zone. And then if you want to trade intraday, you can, all right, with a smaller lot size, because intraday is more like for scalping or like getting in and getting out at the hours. Then you can, like, you know, trading hour, get in, okay, trading hour, get in, get out, okay, get in, get out at the trading hour. Look, okay, so get in at the trading hour, you're back at support, get out at the trading hour. Okay, so if you want to get in here, then you got to get out here. All right, and you know, that kind of stuff. And if you get the timing wrong, you got a really tight stop loss, so you don't have to, like, you know, you'll be out with a 1-bar stop. And let's see what we have for tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's the 17th, right? So we're looking for a good day to trade. If the 17th isn't really at a good spot either, we'll see how things pan out, because what do I have? I have a cycle ending on the 19th, but it's just one cycle. If something at the 17th doesn't happen, we'll check out where this primary cycle vector is going to peak out on the 18th, and this one is going to end on the 19th. What does that mean? It means on the 18th we could be somewhere, and on the 19th the market can turn around. This happens often, so knowing these days are important. Why? For example, here you see how the market dips down, there's another day, boom, you go up, right? By the way, these were also days that came up on our report. Okay, this is the 10th, that's the 5th, so we can actually go back to any date we want. Okay, and any date we want, take a report, and so on. So I'm going to be putting these PDF reports into the website, and by clicking it you'll be able to just read the 2 days. All right, so it should all be kind of like good. Sunday the 14th, let me just check. Sunday the 14th, which is 12, 13, 14. All right, and that's the Sunday. Okay, fair enough. Oh, good. All right, and 15, as you can see, it's a structural volatile day, orange day, 16 orange day. That's your 15 and 16. All right, so these 2 days are good because the system gives us a heads up, so you can actually trade them off. All right, these trade hours are asset specific, only for Bitcoin. These ones are general for the whole market. All right, so I hope this video is helping. So I'm going to sit and wait for Bitcoin or gold. I'm looking at gold, Bitcoin, and you know, where they come to a nice spot, we can check it out. In fact, let's take a look at gold. And these are gold hours today. All right, so trading hours in the morning, market heading up, a bit of a retracement, back down. This is a trading hour, I think. 5:45, 2:30, and we've got Tuesday 9:30. Where's that's that 9:30 there. All right, let me first take a look at gold specific as well. All right, now recall how in Bitcoin we had a trade hour here, but we don't have one here. All right, why? Because according to the overall hours, we don't. Right, that's your 2:30, 12:30. We got 9:30 coming up overall, so that's your 9:30. And then I said we've got closing, so I'm just going to keep it 1 bar before closing. All right, so that's that. So market buys here, Asia session. Okay, you see how Asia session buying, coming back down, going up. Trade hours, obviously if you bought here, all right, this was also legit. Why? Because you can see they're buying from Asia and it's not coming down. So London buys, goes up into there, fine. Now let's take a look at gold specific hours for this week, right? So that was Bitcoin, because I'm following gold, right? Now when I got gold, let's do the same period. So I'm just going to check if there's anything hot on gold. Okay, so Monday 15, structurally volatile, and as you know, market did open volatile on Monday, right? Tuesday again, all right? So these days are drain days, okay? So the market could be weak and it's suppressed. So the daily bias is a bit suppressed. Although it opened up energetic, you see how it's stuck here? All right, so for the past 2 days, they're like, you know, okay, there's a bit of buying, but there's selling too, right? So let's now check out the hours. Anything specific for gold today? I've got 6, 8:30, and closing. This is gold, right? Gold. Tuesday. Okay, 6, 8:30. So 6 o'clock. We did 6 o'clock here. All right. And now 8 o'clock too, was it? 8:30 is going to be here. All right. So we'll see how things pan out. Okay. If it pushes down, it can go down. Now remember the comment. Targeting 9:30 to closing if there is clear direction. Okay, so this could be a clear direction. Impulse, it hasn't broken the swing, okay, but retracement pushing back down, wanting to close the gap here, not a bad idea. And knowing this, it's a drain day Tuesday, drain day Monday. Peak doesn't have to be a top, okay? A peak day can be a market pushing it as well, all right? So don't just think of peak days as like we're heading, to the moon or something. But knowing that it's a drain day, it's expressed, is already good. All right, so these are gold specific, and that's basically it, right? So 11:03 to 12 o'clock, that's tomorrow, and that's also gold specific. So we'll just follow things through, see how you go, and I'll put this back into Bitcoin, and then I will run the report again, the same period, and then that will be kind of it. All right guys, have a good day, and tomorrow I'm gonna do a third video, see where we're at, because the 16th and the 17th are dates we're looking out for on Bitcoin. All right, have a good one.